What's up? It's Cinema Shogun here, and it's been a long and stressful night. I'm sure it's been a long and stressful night for most of you all as well. I hardly got any sleep just thinking about little baby Quinton, thinking about what could have happened to little baby Quinton. There's all of these questions arising in my mind, and I know a lot of you all have questions as well. Everyone is wondering, why have law enforcement announced that little baby Quinton is deceased, yet supposedly, from what I've been told and from what is being said, even by the family members, little baby Quinton's body hasn't been found yet. Now, I think that's a really bold statement for law enforcement to announce this child is deceased if they haven't recovered a body yet. What information could they have that would make them confident enough to just announce that? Now, I know everyone can have their ideas, but I mean, law enforcement, usually, they wait. They could find a body, have the body, and they'll wait until they positively ID it before they'll announce something and stuff like that. But they're like, oh, we're confident we think Quinton is deceased. Yet they haven't even found his body yet, so what did they find? You would think if the mother came out and admitted to it to law enforcement, she would be arrested by now. But she's only been called the prime suspect. Yet the mother is online saying her child did it. And from what I'm hearing in the neighborhood, the child basically admitted to doing it, but the child, Leilani, basically admitted to doing it, but she blacked out. She doesn't have any recollection of what happened. But if you blacked out and you don't remember what happened, how did you remember to text the babysitter at 5:39 to tell her to no longer to come? How did you form this fake alibi about a door being open? I'm not buying the blacked out part. And I don't want to live in a country or in a world where people are sympathizing with Leilani, but they are. They're bringing up excuses like postpartum depression, random stuff like that. Listen, I don't care what you want to diagnose her with. There's no excuse for what she did. Not only did she do something to baby Quinton, but she threw him out like a soda can, like a hamburger wrapper. There's no excuses for that. I know people have a tough time raising their kids. But at the end of the day, it looks to me like Leilani had support from her family. At least she had a roof over her head. I was raised by a single mother, okay? My mother came down with pancreatic cancer when I was in 5th grade, and she passed away shortly before I turned 16. Throughout that time span, it was really difficult. I had to grow up quicker than a lot of people usually do. But make no mistake about it, my mom made sure that I never wanted for nothing. I never needed for nothing. I had everything I could want. We would have to travel the country and go to different medical professionals and hospitals to see if something could be done. Yet my mother, even through all of that, battling through all of that, made sure that me and my brother, we were okay. So I don't want to hear any excuses about a 22-year-old living in her mama's house and how tough she had it. I really don't care. There's no excuse for what she's done. Now, I don't have any answers as to what's going on, but there is a press conference at 1 p.m. After that press conference, I will be back here to update you all on what I think. But if you would like to watch that press conference live, I think you should go watch it over on the Grizzly True Crime channel. I mentioned before, I don't really like a lot of these true crime channels. A lot of them are downright evil and they're downright dumbasses that spread nonsense, like the dumbasses that are outside of Quinton's house right now. But Grizzly True Crime is a great channel. So if you want to watch the live press conference, I think she's going to be streaming it. So you can go check it out over there. But the only thing I've heard, and take this from a grain of salt, this isn't official information, this is what people are saying in the area. People are saying that whatever law enforcement found, it's actually from Leilani's phone. And they're saying that they pinged her phone going back and forth to the trash dump multiple times on the morning that Quinton went missing. I think in the area, I guess, I'm not so sure about how the area works, but I think like the trash man may come by and pick up your trash and then they dump it in a trash dump. And then another trash man comes and picks up the trash dump and then they go and take it to the landfill. So I believe that she didn't, from what they say, or from what is being said in the area, like I said, take it with a grain of salt, she didn't necessarily just throw Quinton in the trash can. She drove to a dump and put him in there. Is that true? I don't know. But in the area, that's what everyone is saying. And most of the stuff people have been saying in the area is true. You know, I've heard a lot of stuff about Billy Joe. I have been reluctant to talk about it because I didn't want to enter the drama. But at this point, mainstream news outlets are reporting it everywhere. You know, about her criminal history. She has like 18 different charges, all the way from like prostitution to credit card fraud. She lost custody of her kids. And that's why she was trying to be lenient on Leilani, because she knows how it feels to lose custody of her kids. She was trying to give her a chance. There's a lot of drama, you know, in that family. There's a lot of shady stuff in that family. But for now, we're just going to have to sit here and wait for 1 o'clock. I hope you all are dealing with this in a good and healthy way. I mean, if that makes sense, it's a messed up situation, but at the end of the day, we have to keep it together as well. So if any of you all are feeling down and out, you can feel free to message me on Instagram or Twitter. I also want to add, sorry, I had to edit this in. I also want to add that from what I know, last thing that has been said is that Leilani was last seen last night arguing in the middle of the street during a freaking thunderstorm, raining, lightning outside, got into a big argument. I don't know with who. I don't know if it was people outside the home or if it was her own family, and I don't know what happened after that. So Leilani could be at the house. Leilani could be in custody. People were saying FBI was on the way to pick her up. Leilani could have hauled ass. I have no idea about that. But I'll be back after the press conference. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.